All right. Hey guys, welcome to our first Power Plan post-Palooza, I will call it. I know some of the faces on here were at Palooza. I hope the rest of you that were not there physically were there following on Instagram, or you were following on your team page, or you were texting whoever that you knew was there and asking them for updates. It was I've been to, I don't know how many. I've been a promoter for 7 years. I've been to every Palooza that happened since I've been a promoter, but 2020, obviously none of us went. This was the best one. And I'm not just saying that, like, this was literally the best one. I have been to them before. We have like lots of guest speakers. Like we've had Emmett Smith, and we had the gal who I can't think of her name. Is she the Paralympic skier girl? Anyway, all these amazing people have come to talk to us before. And we had a motivational person there this time too. But our training, our dig in the dirt training, our pull out your pen and paper, open your phone, take as many pictures as possible. This is the nuts and bolts training on Friday was incredible. And it was limited seating. And they said if you got up and left, like, you would lose your seat. So my butt hurts still from sitting there and not moving. My tailbone was kind of tender. But I was not going to lose my seat. Like hell or high water, I was not going to lose my seat. And then Saturday, the raw, real, honest, it's not easy to be a promoter, but if you want to be a promoter, you'll make it work. Be better than your excuses kind of training is just exactly what I'm so glad they shared. But you guys will all love this, or you might hate this. They totally went over 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which made me so happy, because what do we do all the time? Every day, every Sunday, we go over 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they totally edified everything that we're doing as a team. So it was so exciting for me to see that be on the big screen and that be a topic of conversation, because that's what we like to do here. So I am on a Thrive-Palooza high. I will try not to keep you guys on here later than normal, but I will just tell you that you're in the right place at the right time. If you weren't sure, you are. So let's kick off the week like we do every week. We're going to do our rate of run first. So you need to get into your cloud if you have a second device in front of you. We're going to see what path you and your team are on for the month thus far. And we're going to just do a little mathematical equation to project where you could end up the month if you continue at the rate that you are going now, thus rate of run. So you're going to log into the cloud, and on that very first front page of your cloud, your cloud, log into the cloud to look at your cloud. Scroll down to where you see business snapshot, click the little arrow. It's going to give you a drop down menu. Under the gray qualification bars, look to where it says current QV. You're going to take that dollar amount and you're going to divide it by 10. Who knows why we're dividing it by 10? You can unmute, you can type.
It's the 10th of the month.
Yes, Sarah, thank you. We are dividing by 10 because that dollar amount has taken you 10 days to create. And we want to get an average of how much you've done daily. So that dollar amount divided by 10, now you're looking at a much smaller number. That is your average. So let's take that, and I can't remember. Just 30. Take that number and multiply it by 30. And now you're looking at what you are projected to end the month at. So the projection is just that. If any of you work in finance, or any of you, well, you guys have checkbooks, right? Let's just dumb it down to that. We all have checkbooks, and we can look at it today and we can project what that dollar amount is going to be after we pay our electric bill, after we send in our health insurance, after we buy gas, after we put lunch on the table. We can project where we're going to end the month at. But we can also alter that number, right? Maybe we're like, oh crap, in the next week, I'm going to be totally out of money. Or you can say, you know what? We're not eating out on Fridays. So I'm changing the projection. I'm going to have more than I originally intended. So you can change the number you're looking at now. If the number, when you took that number and multiplied it by 30, if that number is not where you want it to be, you got to add to it. And how do you add to it? You work your business, and you work your business with focus. And you don't work your business alone. You work it with your uplines, your sidelines, and your downlines. So don't look at the number and be like, oh crap, I can't do that. Trust me, the number I just looked at, I can't do that. My team and I can do that. I can't do that. So I have to be in with my team. I have to be helping incentivize. I have to be helping in group chats. I have to be helping them, answer questions for them. I need to be reaching to my upline to get my questions answered, to ask for support. Do not do this alone. When we say it's your rate of run, it is, but this is your business, and your business has a support system above and below from where you stand. So make sure when you look at that number, if it is not the number you want, like maybe you were shooting for 12K and you just looked at a projected rate of run of $9,000. You can do a couple of things. One, you can be like, bag it, I'll try it next month, which is clearly not the direction I want you to go. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, we did make it home safely. It took us almost as long to get our luggage as it did to fly from Texas, but we are here. So you can, say bag it and be done and try next month, or you can be like, you know what, it's only the 10th of the month. I have 20 more days. Me and my team have 20 more days. And for those of you that just went in your head, and I know some of you did, I don't have a team. You got 20 days to build one. You got 20 days to go find some people. The more you start thinking ahead in the most positive manner, the faster you're going to build the business that you want. So you have 20 days to change that number. And we were talking about this over the weekend. And I don't remember now. I don't think it was like team-wide. Maybe it was team-wide. Maybe it was boot camp. I have no idea at this point. Could have been at dinner. I have no idea. But they were asking, a lot of people think it takes a ton of people. You have to have this gigantic team, that you need thousands and thousands of people on your team working. And I'm here to tell you, you do not. What you need on your team are people that work. So I won't pull it up and drag you through the whole thing, but the scenario was, I pulled up on my cloud. We have almost 2,600 people in my downline, but only 10% of that number are active, qualified and active. And even less, way less of that number truly work the business. So you can try to go out there and get 1 million people, or you can go out there and really try to get 4 amazing promoters that you want to work with, that you want to help build a team, and that can truly change the projection of your entire business. So, when they talk about social media, it's all about quantity, go, 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 go. To me, when it comes to your team, it's about quality. I would rather have focused promoters versus a ton of promoters. So keep that in mind. If you're like, I don't have a team, A, you are your own team. B, you could start a team tomorrow with 1 person. So that is your rate of run talk for the day, I guess I'll call it. And from there, we're going to move on. I'm a little disheveled still from not being totally unpacked. Let me uncover my calendar so I can look at dates with you. So we did have an auto ship run today, obviously, because it's the 10th. Here's my big calendar. And really, you're going to hear me say this a lot today. So we have a holiday coming up this weekend. A lot of religious services are going to be kicking in on Thursday, especially in the land of Catholicism. There'll be a lot of people washing feet Thursday. We've got Good Friday. We're going to head into Easter on Sunday. So something I love to do and I love to talk about is front loading your social media this week. You've got to show up repetitively today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because Sunday, people are going to be on social media. Don't think that because it's a holiday, they're not. They're going to be sitting in Granny's living room. They're going to have their bellies full. Their aunt's going to be driving them crazy, and kids are going to be chasing Easter eggs, and they're going to be on their phone, and they are going to be looking at social media. So you've got to make sure that your social media is full and you have something for them to look at and scroll through. So don't think, oh, it's a holiday, no one's paying attention, or it's a holiday, I'm too busy. And the reason I say front loading is because, you guys, I also want to celebrate the holiday. So I don't want to be sitting there on Saturday afternoon when I should be coloring Easter eggs with my nephews or something. They won't do it anymore. They're too old, but whatever. I can always dream. I want to have my social media upload. Like, I want to front load it. I want to have posts ready, have them in the hopper in my notes section. I want to have reels already saved as drafts. I don't want to have to work 20. I love working, but I don't, on a holiday, I don't want to have to work 24/7. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about really showing up all week long consistently, even when you can't truly be at your, at your beck and call. So like when we look at our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s that I know we look at every single week, down there on number 3, where it says the reels, the stories, and the posts for the social media posts, tomorrow, if I sit down or stand up, whatever it is, to do a couple of reels, I'm not going to stop at 2. I'm going to add 1 extra, and I'm going to save that as a draft. And then Wednesday, when I go to do a couple, I'm going to add an extra and save it as a draft. So Sunday, when I'm sitting at grandma's with my belly all full and watching kids play, I can just open it, post it, done. There's no excuses for not getting it done. It has to be a priority. It doesn't have to be. If it is your priority, you will find a way to get it done. So everyone's going to have a busy week getting ready for the weekend. So don't think that your life is any different. It isn't. We're all very busy, but it's a matter of being prepared and ready. If I told you that on Thursday, I was going to pick you up and I was going to take you to Mexico for a 4-day weekend extravaganza, but the deal was you had to have all your stuff ready, I bet it would become a priority. I bet somehow you would find a way to make those extra reels and to type up those extra posts in your notes. So think of your weekends as that important to you. If you don't want to have to work 24/7, then you got to work during the week. So, I mean, as we talked about, you can do Makeover Monday, Motivational Monday, Testimonial Tuesday. We've gone through that list a million times. And they actually threw out some not when we were on stage, when they were on stage. If you don't pick me up this weekend in Mexico, listen, Courtney, let's just go. We don't have to tell the boys. We'll just go. Get your reels done. I'm not coming to get you if your reels aren't done. They threw out some extra ideas when we were at training this weekend. I shouldn't say extra, but just a little bit different than what we've talked about some. So I'm going to read these off to you so you have them. And I know I will talk fast and you can always watch this later. So Mindset Monday, Mombie, MOMBIE, like zombie, but Mombie Monday, Remember When Monday, Tip Tuesday, Thriver Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Winning Wednesday. So that one says share a member of your team that's up and coming. Throwback Thursday, share a before Thrive to now kind of scenario. Flex Friday, Freebie Friday, Sample Saturday, Simple Saturday, Soulful Sunday, and Simple Sunday. So like Simple Saturday, they said share parts of your day. Simple Sunday, it said share living in the moment. So, what are you doing kind of thing. So I just love, me, I love that whole calendar prompt thing because it takes away like trying to be creative. So let's just all real quick, let me walk you through how I like to batch my thoughts. So if I said to you, okay, Monday is going to be Mindset Monday. You are armed with your 5s list, okay, which means it's the things you care the most about or that we've talked about, your struggles, your hobbies. So if I'm looking at my 5s list and I see it says small business owner, and that's my struggle, and I said Mindset Monday, I can now go into Google or Pinterest. Those are the 2 places that I visit. Some people visit other platforms, but I can go into Google and I can literally type in small business mindset quote. So let's just do it together. If you have an extra thing in front of you, I want you to pick something from your 5s list. So whether it's mom, wife, aunt, mine says dog mom, gardener, pick something from your 5s list, type that word in first. I'm telling you to do it. I don't have my phone ready. So small business, and then we're going to use the word mindset after whatever you chose because that's our Monday theme. And then we're going to type in the word quote. So I'm in Google and I typed in small business mindset quote. I'm hitting the search button, the little magnifying glass. Now at the top where it says all images, news, shopping, videos, I'm going to click images. And now I have nothing on my phone except for quotes about small business mindset. Look at that plethora of quotes about small business mindset. So you can do a couple of different things from here. You can, backwards is hard. You can click it to make it bigger, and I can screenshot that and I can crop it. And now I have a graphic I can use, or I can just screenshot it, or I can even download it. Like on my, I don't know, everyone's phone's different. On mine, I would just hold it down. It says download image, and now it's going to download it to my phone. And so I can now make a post. So it says this one, this will be funny because I didn't even look. I just did this one. It says, get big quietly so you don't tip off potential competitors. So that could be something where you share that quote with a picture, or you could even say for this one, we don't have competition, or, Like the average mind is not to work, is to try to keep your competition in the dark, and we don't have competition. So I'm not worried about that. Like whatever stance you want to take on it. But now I don't have to come up with that idea. That idea is already there. I have a graphic, I have a quote. I don't think that you should just share a graphic every day. I'm not saying that. However, I am saying that on Monday, when you're not sure what to share, if you have some of these things saved, it'll trigger it better. Or even right now, this one says, every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. I would actually maybe say with the decision to do. I don't really like the word try. I'm just throwing that out there, but whatever, you could change your quote. And so I could easily put a picture of me this weekend with my team, and like none of that would have happened if I didn't make the decision to do, right? So you can take those quotes and you can make them about your life, about your business, about your fives list. So see, that's how and everyone does it differently. This is just what I'm sharing with you. That's how I do it. Because tomorrow when I get really, really busy and I'm like, oh, I gotta get one of those posts in, that's what I can come back to. Now let's go into Instagram, and we're going to go down on the bottom where the search bar is. And up here at the top, I'm going to type in small business mindset. And again, you're typing in whatever your list is in mindset. And then I'm going to click the magnifying glass. So it's at the top, it's got people, music. Can you see that? Probably not. People, music, hashtag, and location. I'm going to hit hashtag. I want to see what are the hashtags that are related to small business mindset. Well, here at the top, there's one. So now if I get real specific, I've clicked this particular hashtag, it's going to pull up a page. There's the top post, the recent post, and guess what? I can look at just reels, all the reels that go around that hashtag. And so now I can watch a couple and be like, yep, save, click, that's the one I'm going to make tomorrow. Yep, save, that's the one I'm going to make for next Monday. So now I will have a plethora of saved things that then when I decide tomorrow to brush my hair and stand in front of a ring light, I can just churn out some reels. So again, a lot of times people say, I don't know what to post. You don't have to know. You just have to know what you're going for the day. What are you talking about today? And I'm going to try to do a little bit more research so that I can bring a little bit more of this to our power planning. But I really do truly think that the fives list is so important, especially for your Facebook presence. And I'm struggling with the fives list versus just the one list for Instagram. And so as I work through that process, we'll talk about that and we'll do that. But again, if you're waking up and you're like, I got to talk about my Thrive Life, I don't know how, I can mix my Thrive Life in with Dog Mom. Okay, while I was gone, the dog ruined his brand new dog bed. That's a Black Label moment. That's what that is. It's also a good thing I was hundreds of miles away because I'm not happy with him. Oh, bless my husband's heart. I came home to dead flowers in the kitchen. Dead, like potted, like pansies, dead. So dead, very dead. Bad. Watch my stories. It's pretty hilarious. So that I could totally, that is actually something I shared. I talked about how I went away on a business trip for a few days. And look what I came back to. So I'm sharing the fact that I'm doing my business, but I'm talking about being a wife, like the funny part of that. We just went over small business. Oh, funny. Gardener is my hobby. So that's also, one I could do. Travel obsessed. So I always laugh that I'm travel obsessed when I get home from an airport because I'm like, really? I'm obsessed with that. I love to travel, but the airports, wow, they're gross. Oh, Natasha came home to some liquid to clean up. Nice. I mean, being a dog mom is good times. Good times, everyone. Those of you with babies, they with diapers. I know they don't always happen, but they've got diapers. So anyway, so when you're not sure what to post, that's why the fives list is so important. You don't have to come up with everything. We're not asking you to work your day job and do this and then nooks and cranny. Oh, by the way, be a master marketing content creator. We're telling you, just talk about a small list of things so that people know what's the most important to you. But you can easily mix. I just literally mixed all of my fives in with my business in the last 4 hours. Came home to the dog bed, came home to the dead flowers. I was on a trip for my small business. My flowers that I love that I was going to plant are dead. And I just came home from that trip and the airport was disgusting. So how easy was that? Whereas I could have been like, what do I talk about? Do I tell them how great and amazing the training was? Do I tell them how awesome it was to stay at the Gaylord? No, you talk about your fives mixed with your business, and you do it in a way that makes sense. You do it in a way that it makes it your life, not your advertisement. So with that in mind, I feel like that's enough social media, because we could talk about social media for 18 days and still not really cover it. And actually by then it would change. Looking ahead at your blank 54321 for next week. Let me see. Friday is our next auto ship. So let's go real quick, into your cloud, and we're going to see who you need to be talking to this week for your auto ships. So you're going to get logged in. This time you're going to go up to the menu, click the menu, click the My Team button, go down to My Customers, scroll all the way to the right at the very top where it says like the customer name and email, where it says next auto ship, click that box twice. Anyone that's showing up as a next auto ship date of 4/15, you want to go ahead and write their name down for Monday. Those are the people we want to go peek on. We want to check in with. We want to see how life is going, what's happening with them. How can we help them? And then make sure that based on what they tell you, maybe you have a recommendation for tweaking what they ordered last month or what's on their auto ship. And by the way, every single customer you have a reason to talk to this week. We just launched new flavors of vegan shakes. We are getting ready to launch the Pink Pro with caffeine. We just launched ooh-wee, which if you just say ooh-wee, it sounds weird. I feel like you have to be like, ooh-wee. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get through life now with this product called ooh-wee. We have a reason to talk to people. And the people who you've maybe talked to in the past, or the people that drive you nuts because all they do is post their Red Bulls or their whatevers, you have something now that they will like. I don't know why, but people love a beverage in a can, and they love an energy beverage. So honestly, if saying ooh-wee is hard, just talk about your energy drink. That's all you hear all day anyway. So now you have one to talk about too. So with that in mind, what I would like to do next is, while we're still in the customer section, hopefully you've written your names down. Sorry, I might be jumping a little too far ahead. If you don't have your names down, I'll give you a minute. So anyone who has an auto ship coming out on the 15th of April. What we're going to move on to next are talking to customers that haven't ordered in a while. And we did this 3 or 4 weeks ago. So guess what? Now's a great time to follow up with them again. Maybe last time when you followed up with them, you talked to them about what was going on in their world, or how was their vacation, or all the stuff. I mean, almost every person I know here in my little town, it was prom while we were gone. So my Facebook feed is nothing but prom, which I can now be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe so-and-so is, however old they are. If they're a senior and I know that, like, where are they, what are they thinking? Where are they going to go for college? Like, where did she get that dress? Or who did she take? And like, all the things. You can talk to them about their kids. Everyone loves to talk about their kids. So what we're going to do at the top where it says My Customers, where again, back to where it says customer number, customer name, email, look for the box that says last order. It'll be next to phone verified and active auto ship. So where it says last order, click it twice, and it's going to populate by date for you as who, like, when somebody ordered last. So scroll down to maybe people that haven't ordered since February. If you guys are doing this religiously, you'll already know. You're like, no, I talked to those people last week or whatever. Good for you. I'm very proud. Scroll down to where you haven't talked to people, and then don't even think twice. Just start writing their names down in the follow-up section of your 54321. Yes, Tammy, there's 4 slots. Yes, I'm saying fill up all 4. Hopefully you need to add a 5th or a 6th name crammed in there because you got a sample pack out, or you've got, I don't know, there's a million reasons to follow up with people, but go ahead and front load and start following up with people. Because guess what? On Sunday at Easter, you may not have time, or you may not have whatever. So if you do extra follow-ups all week long, what's that do for your Sunday? That gives you a little free time, right? Gives you some holiday time, gives you a little time with Jesus. It's a big day for Jesus. Hello, Easter. And how are you going to follow up? Am I saying dive in and send people messages like, hey, we've got this great new product? No, please don't do that. But look at their profile. When did they order last? What did they order last? When did you last talk to them? I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm not going to like pretend I'm perfect. I'm probably going to go through some chats and be like, damn, they haven't ordered since November and I haven't talked to them since October. It's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm going to have something like that. And so that's my fault. That's my issue. That's me to clean up. So how rude and horrible and salesy would it be for me to pop in their messenger, be like, oh my gosh, we got new products. If someone does that to me, I'd be like, yeah, good for you and your new products. You can keep them. I'm going to go peek on their social media. I'm going to scroll up through our message. And it may even be like, I cannot believe I haven't talked to you since October. How the heck are you doing? What's going on in your life? Like whatever, like I'm going to figure out a way to start a conversation with them. And then it may be I may not be able to really bring up product with them for a week or two, but that's okay. If I don't start the conversation now, I'll never be able to bring up the product with them, right? So you've got to put those names on your list. And also when you're thinking about the past customers, don't forget you probably have a plethora, at least I know I do, of non-promoting promoters. They are just customers. They just are in the wrong part of your cloud. So you don't want to forget about them. A lot of our non-promoting promoters love their Thrive, have no interest in promoting, but they love their Thrive. So you definitely want to be reaching out and keeping in touch with them and talking to them, because that might be one right away. Where I actually had one I just sent earlier this afternoon, and she was like, oh my gosh, I saw you were at Palooza. I saw they got new products. I'm so excited. And this is a girl who she would rather die than tell someone that she has a promoter account, rather die, but she's ready to order all the new stuff. So don't forget that you have that potential just sitting there in your cloud office. Don't let that go to waste. And those can go on your follow-ups. So for those of you that are newer and you're like, I don't have enough people in my past customers, you probably have some people in your promoter side that you can add to that list. As far as reach outs go, you guys, we've gone over this a million times, but if you want to try to make a game out of it or something, since you're doing mindset stuff, you could actually go into Instagram, back where we search that mindset hashtag, where it said top post something in reels, go to the recent, see who, because like if you could go to when you're searching the top post, it could pull up a Facebook post an Instagram post, from a couple of years ago. Don't comment on that. That's old. That's dead. They'll know you're just peeking around Facebook or Instagram and searching. So sort it by recent. See who most recently was using that hashtag. Comment on it. Oh, I know you don't know them and it's scary. They're a stranger. It's social media. What am I going to do? Comment on that post. They just commented about the same hashtag that you're going to be using this week. They just commented about it. So be smart. If they're talking about it and you're talking about it, you might be friends someday. But if you don't comment, they're never going to know. So, make a comment, look at their feed. Are they someone worth following? If they are, click follow. I know it's weird. They're a stranger. That's how the internet works. If they turn out to be weird, you can just block them. That's how easy that is. It's a click of the button. Trust me, I'm a blocking fool. I just block the heck out of people all day, especially those doctors from Nigeria. So don't be afraid. And you can search hashtags and topics on Facebook also. Same thing. If someone's talking about it, comment on it. If you're in your group, so like you got to think like when we talk about being in Facebook groups. So I'm like, Lindsay, I'm going to pick on you because it's an easy one, because I've heard you say it before. She's in all these Weight Watcher groups. So she's already in a group of people talking about that. What if Lindsay just went to Facebook and searched Weight Watchers, hashtag Weight Watchers, or hashtag whatever, hashtags Weight Watchers are using right now, and things will pop up. She could comment on a total stranger's Weight Watchers post, because if Facebook is showing it, it's public, so she can comment on it and she can ask him a question. And when they get something back and forth, she can be like, are you in that Weight Watchers group? Did you know there's a group on Facebook? And bam, now that person is like, dang, that girl, I didn't know there was a Facebook group, and she's going to invite me. And like, wow. It's like when you get invited to a party, right? You're like, that is so cool. They invited me. So if you have a hashtag you're using, or you have like like dog mom, It's a huge hashtag. There's a lot of people out there. It's overwhelming, but anyway, it's out there. But don't be afraid to comment on strangers' posts. It's how we make new friends. It's just like, oh my gosh, Sandra Dobek, this is what I was trying to remember when we were just doing the training about three-way chats. It's just like when you go to a party and a friend of a friend introduces you to someone. That's like, to me, that's like the setup of a three-way chat, or that's like a message in Facebook when you don't truly know somebody very well. Well, you go to a party and someone's like, oh my gosh, Lisa, I want you to meet my friend Edie. She also loves marathon running. And I know you're training for your first marathon. I know there you have something in common. And now it's not so weird to talk to each other. So if Lindsay's talking to somebody on Weight Watch on a random Facebook page about Weight Watchers, it's not that weird because Lindsay's in a Weight Watchers group and she can invite her. And do you see where I'm following, where I'm going with all that? Don't overthink it. Connect, 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 connect. All these lines on these 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, they are just connections. You're going to connect with new people. You're going to connect with people you talked to before. You're going to connect with people virtually by making social media content. You're going to connect with people by adding them into your network, inviting them into your groups, and you're going to connect with leaders so you can learn. All you're doing is connecting. You're literally connecting dots all day long. So with that, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta unpack. So thank you. This will be on YouTube if you guys need it. Bye.